How about now? I don't know if it's any good. Audio input. Maybe this one. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. We can hear now. Sounds good. All good. Cool, cool, cool. Snow Basin opening day Friday. I know, I saw that. That's what I was worried about. Like, everything's opening up on Friday now. Yeah, it's not coming from my mic. I know. It's not recognizing this mic. Oh, God. Oh, here we go. Is this any better? This should be coming from the microphone. What's up, Oscar? What's up, Chin? What's up, Jason? What's up, Lyric? What's up, Drew? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Tazi? Yeah, Winter Storm Watch. It's supposed to be pretty big storm coming in, actually. I was looking at the Little Cottonwood totals. They're talking like, I don't know, over 2 feet of snow between Friday and Saturday. So, who knows what will actually fall, but... Okay, sweet. Yeah, it's cold in the garage. Oh, jeez, that scared me. Opinion on the new AR1 boot. I actually tried it on this past weekend. I went to a boot shop with my mom, and I asked to try it on. It's kind of an interesting boot. It doesn't really fit my foot that well. And I don't know, that like middle buckle is kind of weird. So that's like my only take on it. It's a mix between a 2 and 3 piece boot. It's like a 2.5 piece boot. So I don't think I would get it, but apparently it's a pretty cool boot. But yeah, it didn't necessarily. Yeah. Yeah, I could barely get that middle buckle closed. We had to it was completely loose, and I could barely get it closed. So I don't. And apparently, where it was, had a lot of pressure on my foot. At least it's a really hard spot to punch out. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's a boot for me. But I don't know. That's my take on it. And it feels kind of weird. It's it's heavy AF. Like, I don't know, it almost felt like a big block of like plastic, which I guess is all ski boots really are, but it just felt a little bit, I don't want to say it felt like cheap, but I don't know. I wasn't like overly impressed, I guess, but it's too wide for your foot. Deer Valley opening day. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I'm doing. I'm thinking I'm going to do Deer Valley opening day Friday because they opened up season pass holders first on Friday, and I've never actually done that. So I might do Deer Valley Friday, Snow Basin opening on Saturday, and then Alta just announced that they pushed back again till Sunday. So that's my tentative plan, is Deer Valley, Snow Basin, Alta. But I don't know. I would not be doing Park City. And yeah, that's about it. Because Park City is also Friday, so I don't know. I guess I could do both Deer Valley and Park City. Four inches in South Denver. Front Range area is not much. Damn, I feel like 4 inches in like city of Denver is it's a good amount. Scale of 1 to 10, how much do I like the Salomon S Pro 120s? I honestly really like that boot. I would say a pretty solid 8 to 8.5. I mean, it's not a perfect boot, but I really think the boot helped elevate my skiing. I think more of that was just going to a 2-piece boot from my 3-piece. So what I would like to do is stay with the S Pro, except move up into a 130. Because I really like that boot. Once I got it dialed in, it's a pretty good boot. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to get warm again, Lyric, but that's kind of how it goes. Dump snow, then it's nice bluebird mild, and we'll dump again. So we'll take what we can get. What's up, Jeffy? Yeah, I saw Alto's not on Friday. It's tight on the sides. Yeah, it's always interesting when you put a brand new boot on, like at a boot shop that's just like completely stock, like brand new. You're like, you really appreciate your own boot a lot with how it packs out and fits to your foot. You're like, damn, this is stiff. Nice, RX Monkey. Congrats. Skiing in Utah is the best. Yeah, it looks like it, Brandon. I mean, if you look at the little Cottonwood forecast, I think they said 13 to 19 inches on Friday night, and then another like 8 to 12 on Saturday. So right there is basically 2 feet. So yeah, it looks pretty good. The Stoke chair. Buying the Shift Pros. Nice. Yeah. If I did the Shift Pros, is that the one that can go with the like toe pins for touring? I think it is. Nice, Rachel Yost. Terry Peak in South Dakota is opening December 5th. Never been to South Dakota. Yeah, it seems like Friday's the magic. Friday's the day for a lot of places. Yeah, Walkmo touring, yeah. Should you get the Alpine only or get the ones with pin bindings? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't need to tell you, Chin, but I don't know. I mean, if you're going to tour, then yeah, get the pin bindings. But if you don't ever plan on touring, then I would stick with an Alpine binding, or Alpine boot. But when I'm heading to Crested Butte, I do not know, Ryder. Do not know. Would love to go, though. Let me think. The last time I drove past East Village, Lyric, a little while. So I don't. I mean, I saw like they have the gondola on there, and I don't know. I don't have much thoughts on it. Bird Bounce open this weekend also. Yeah, I've been checking their stuff. I didn't know if they had an official date, but yeah, it's probably going to be a madhouse out there in general. Maybe it won't be because it's really before like the holidays and everything, but I don't know, man. I mean, if there's... I don't know. I have a hard time believing that there's absolutely no difference. I feel like a boot that's only meant for downhill skiing like is going to give you more performance than a boot that is able to do both. Maybe I'm just stubborn and a little bit more old school, but I don't know. I mean, that's my take on it. Is I'd rather have a boot. That's really personally why I've never went to like a shift binding or a shift boot. Is I just feel like I would rather have a piece of equipment that is only meant for one thing. But I don't know. Plans for California? I'd like to get to Mammoth, I guess, but trips for Montana. I actually so I can now at least announce this is that I'm going on a 4-day cat skiing trip up in Fernie, British Columbia, January 1st to the 6th. And we're flying into Kalispell, Montana, which is like right outside Whitefish, and then driving up from there to Fernie. And then we basically, it's kind of like the heli skiing trip where then we get except it's all cat skiing. We get catted to a lodge in the backcountry, and then we're there for 4 days. 4 days of cat skiing. I'm going with Abe Kislevitz from GoPro. It was his trip. He invited me on, and then Abe's girlfriend Zadia, and then Abe's best friend and skier and filmer Caleb Farrow. So should be a pretty fun trip. The operation is called Island Lake Lodge, and the skiing looks pretty damn sick. So it's not heli skiing, but it still should be pretty sick. So 4 days of cat skiing. The reason why I brought that up is because we are flying into Kalispell, I guess, and then going up from there. Make you deal on some 106s. Do you like him, Scott, or what? Walk mode sounds so nice. For what? Walking from the parking lot to the lifts? I don't know. Yeah, Ryder, I guess I just answered your question. I'm going to Canada then, and then I have a trip in February also planned for British Columbia. Those are my 2 Canada trips that are definitely secured. And then don't know much about heli skiing just yet, but maybe if that comes in, then I'd be doing that as well. What's up, Mega Boom? New Atomic Mavens. Nice. Are those skis or boots? I'm sorry, I'm not super versed in different types of ski gear, but what's up, Snow Squeak? Are you going to put pivots on your 106? Yes, I will be putting pivots on the 106 Ti's. Alta, if you had to choose between Alta Season Pass going on Little Cottonwood all season. I mean, if you're planning on going to Little Cottonwood all season, then there's no point in getting an Icon Pass, to be honest, because you can barely get up little. You can only ski Little Cottonwood 7 days total. So, yeah, I mean, if you just want to ski Little Cottonwood, I'd just go with an Alta Season Pass. I mean, Alta Bird would be even better if you could. But yeah, that would be my take. Because Icon Pass really doesn't. The only thing Icon is really good for in Utah, I guess, is Solitude, you know. I mean, you can go to just about every resort in Utah, but if you're planning on skiing a lot, then, and you want to be in Little Cottonwood, the Icon doesn't really make sense. I don't have any plans set in stone, Jack, but I think Big Sky would be cool if they get some good snow this year. It looks like it. I do have plans for Idaho, which is kind of like Montana, but not quite. Working on boots being PC, I'm okay. That's pretty soon, Scott. It's coming up. Atomic Seas 103 is nice. My mom uses what is it? It's a Rossignol Black Op 102, but she loves that underfoot, so I think you'll enjoy it. You would fall in love with Crested Butt. Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. I definitely want to go. People were warning me that it requires some decent snow, or the snow can kind of be iffy, I guess, but Solitude or Brighton? That's a great question. When I was at Solitude this week, it just like made me think about Solitude in general, and I was like, I wonder if there's people out there who have been to all the mountains and they're like Solitude. It's like it's a good mountain, I guess, but like I don't know. I don't ever walk away being like, man, I just like love Solitude. But on the same token, I've really never been to Brighton like that much, so I don't know. I guess if yeah, it's hard for me to say just because I've never skied like Millicent at Brighton and stuff, because I feel like I want to say Solitude, but a lot of the terrain that I see at Brighton looks pretty cool too. Reason why I struggle with Solitude is I feel like in order to ski the good stuff, like it takes a long time to get back to those zones. Like you always have to take a few lifts to get back to the good stuff, and you have to traverse out a ways. And so I don't know what made me switch attacks to pivots from Jack. I mean, honestly, Joe gets pro deals through the mogul team, and he was like, I can get you pivots for basically the same price you're going to pay for an attack 17. So I was like, hell, why the hell not? Why not try it? So that's really the honest answer, is it was like I could get the same price just about. And also just in an effort to try new stuff. You know, obviously, I mean, Joe's been on pivots for as long as I can remember, and so just wanted to see what the hype was about. So I like them. I mean, I don't think it's like they're like groundbreaking, you know, miles above an attack for the price. So I think for the most part, you know, it's a negligible difference in performance, but yeah. You should go to Whistler. Whistler would be cool. What's up, Sean? Nagpaul. If I can ever get tickets again, I will, Oscar, for sure. I love going to the Mammoth games, but every time I go, we end up getting tickets from somehow who already has tickets. So, yeah, I mean, if someone's got tickets and they want to transfer them over, I'd be happy to go. But what's up, Always Be Carving? How you doing, man? What's up, Justin? I won't be at Solitude on Friday. Great Chuck, but yeah, with the other mountains opening, I'll probably explore some of the other mountains. Thoughts on the Salomon S Pro 120s? I mean, I love my S Pro, Scott. I think it's a fantastic boot. So yeah, I had a good conversation with Dude about boas this past weekend, because I'm like, man, should I go into a double boa? Should I go into a single boa? And he was like, and again, this is just his opinion. There's obviously tons of opinions in the ski world, but he brought up a good point, is that with a boa, let's say you have like your foot shape, like this is like the sole of your foot. Let's say you kind of have a raised like part up here. The boa can really only tighten down as far as like the biggest point of your foot, if that makes sense. It's like it's a limiting reagent, you could say. So whereas with a buckle, you could still tighten down the lower part of your boot, even if the top half of your boot is hitting the shell or something, let's say. So the point is that the boa, in a sense, is a little bit limited because it can only tighten as far down as like the first resistance point, if that makes sense. So his point was almost from a performance standpoint, you might squeak a little bit more out of buckles. And so it made me think, so like that's a good point about boas versus buckles. Doesn't mean boas are bad. So anyways, just the thought on the other side of the boas. But obviously, you know, my mom uses boas. She loves them. It's obviously a popular technology, but just kind of depends what you want out of a boot. Yeah, not sure if I'm sold on boa. I mean, I think like the reliability and the tech of it is great. You know, that's like super easy to pop open and tighten down. I don't know. Take it for what for what you will. I mean, I definitely recommend maybe trying a pair of boas on. At the same time, it's still just a boot. I mean, if you have a good foot shape and it works, then it works. But it is an interesting point with the boas versus buckles. How much train do you think will be open at Deer Valley by Christmas? I think you'll have more than that. I mean, it all depends how much it snows, you know. I mean, they'll do their best to make snow, but, you know, if we get some good storms between now and Christmas, I think you could expect 70% of the mountain to be open. I don't know, I guess, for sure, because of how much they've, like, essentially doubled their terrain, so it's hard for me to really know what exactly is going to be open and stuff like that, but I think you could expect most of the regular terrain to be open. You're getting less vert. Felt like I was on the left half today. Interesting, Drew. Less vert, really. I feel like Solitude can kind of be limited for like skiable vert sometimes. I feel like with Solitude, like whether you push far out in Honeycomb, like you're traversing a lot, then you get like a nice shot, but they always feel short to me. What's up, Naughty? How you been, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, dude? Trying to plan a trip, use on everything next week would be foolish. Oh, yeah. It. It depends. If money's not really an issue and you can just come out and do the trip, then hell, you're still out skiing. But right now, even with the snow coming in, it's still pretty dry. And that's. I would say it's a good chance the storm's going to deliver, but we have no snow really. So you got to think, even if we get 2 feet, you're talking 20 inches on nothing. So, it's depending on when you usually come out. Rocks are going to be aplenty. It's not like we have a 100-inch base, so that's my take on it. Oscar says Bo has changed his life, so there you go. Like I said, it's all dependent on. I was looking at the dual boa, but then kind of made me reconsider. And what's up, Jonathan? Yeah, we're getting there. It's been cold at least. It's finally gotten into the single digits at night up here in Park City and stuff. So, yeah, we're supposed to get some snow. It's been kind of snowing on and off this week, which has been nice. We probably got like 6 or 8 inches on Sunday and snowed a little bit this morning. So it's shaping up. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, planning to be at Alta on Sunday, Ryan. Yes. If we can get up there. DV or PC, asked Sean. It's a good question. I don't know, man. They're both. It's hard for me to choose DV or PC. It depends on what you're looking to ski. If you want to ski, let's say if you want to ski park, then you got to go to Park City. Deer Valley's. I think Deer Valley has a better overall experience in terms of lift lines and manicured runs and stuff like that. I love Jupiter at Park City. 9990's fun. I think you can get more variety for expert level skiing at Park City. I would say they're pretty similar. Is Alta less crowded than the Bird? It's a good question. I don't really know. I don't really know. Little Cotton was just kind of a mess in general. That would be an interesting. I don't know if people can spread out a little bit easier over at Alta. I feel like sometimes at the Bird it's easy to get caught either like in Gad Valley or you get lured into the Mineral Basin drop and then there's only one way out. I don't know. Yeah, Ziffits would be sweet. They're just expensive. I tried. Yeah, they're expensive. John A. 8399. Welcome to the Stoke Squad. Thank you, my friend. Hernia surgery. What? Are you all good, man? Like, is that like an emergency surgery or what is that? But yeah, planning on doing Mammoth this year. Has there been a winter like this before? Or is it bizarre? I'm not sure. Yeah, definitely. 2017, 2018, I think, was a really, really slow winter. I remember it was past the new year, and there wasn't even anything past, like, the Mid-Mountain Open. And so, yeah, this isn't, like, you got to think, it's all about averages, right? Some years are going to be fantastic, and Park City gets 300 inches of snow, and other years Park City is going to get 150, Like, not, yeah. It's all. That's why I just say on average, Utah is just the most consistent snow. It doesn't mean we don't have low snow years sometimes, and some years we have huge snow years. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is atypical, really. What's up, Peter? Yeah, you should be fine. I mean, especially if you're newer to skiing, I think there'll still be plenty open for you. So, I mean, I would always just check out their website. They all the mountains do a good job of telling you what is open and how many trails. But yeah, I think Colorado's getting some good snow and all that, so you should be fine. I don't think the entire mountain's open, but Stein Eriksen Lodge way better than Tombstone. Tombstone barbecue's not hard to beat, I feel like, but you're great already. Heck yeah. Mammoth has the best spring skiing in the country. Yeah, they do. Best summer skiing too. Mammoth just has good skiing all around. What's up, Shiplaw? PC on the 12th. Could be a good time. I think if we get this storm this weekend and then maybe we get one more before you come out, you should be pretty good. 100K this year. I think we'll be lucky to hit 80,000, to be completely honest with you, but it's all good. Buy once, cry once on ZipFits. I would recommend Big Sky. Yeah, I mean, I've only skied there 2 days, but it's a pretty rad mountain. I mean, it's hard for me to say no. I don't recommend a single mountain. I mean, I think most mountains are worth going to. They all have their different flavor and stuff like that. So I think if you, especially if you've never been to a mountain before, it's definitely worth checking it out. And then if you don't like it, you don't like it. But of all the mountains I've been to, each one kind of has its own character and its own thing that makes it fun and unique. So I haven't. I went up for a Christmas tree lighting with my family the day after Thanksgiving, so I kind of just saw it in the distance. I haven't seen it up close, Scott. But I would think it would alleviate the congestion. I mean, I think as long as they run that gondola, Red Pine, and Orange Bubble, I don't see how it would make it worse, I guess. I'm still not really clear on where exactly it's going to drop you off and things like that. I haven't really looked into it, but I think it's also a 10-person. I mean, I don't see how it's going to make things worse, I guess. I don't know. What's up, Jerry Starcer? Wind buff for days. You can't recommend going to Big Bear in SoCal. All right. I mean, you might have me on that one, but even that was still an experience. I can recommend it because the drive up to Big Bear is pretty beautiful. And the park was fun, so. Did I see you skiing with your boots unbuckled? Yes, you did. There's not really a good reason for it. I mean, I think I had them buckled and then my feet hurt, so I unbuckle them when I'm in the lift line, and then I just forgot to buckle them because I'm just cruising around. So there's not really a big reason, but typically I keep my boots pretty loose in general when I ski, so I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah. So yeah, not really a good reason, but if I was doing something a little bit more extreme, I would probably give them a click down, but I only keep all my boots, I think, on the first click anyways, the first buckle. Am I sponsored by those ski resorts? Says he keeps his boots loose but wants a stiffer boot. I think those are still two different things. I want a stiff, loose boot, not a stiff, soft boot. I'm not necessarily sponsored by any ski resort. Deer Valley gave me a pass for the second year. Well, let me rephrase this so I don't get in trouble. I guess it depends on what the definition of sponsored is. I don't get paid by any resort to be there. Park City reached out to me this year and basically was like, we'd love to give you an Epic Pass to post 3 things December, January, and February. So I got a free Epic Pass this year, and I need to post 3 things. Deer Valley gave me a Deer Valley Pass with no stipulations, no strings attached. So take for that what you will, but I don't get paid by any resort to go there or, I guess, do anything like that. But over the years, I've just gotten an Icon and an Epic Pass, and so those are the resorts I ski. You know, sometimes I do, Jeff, and other times I don't. I was just talking to Tara about it yesterday. We came out of the grocery store, and I was like, don't you wish we were in a parking lot right now in the van? She was like, yeah, kind of. And I was like, well, I kind of do not. But, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, the whole van winter... Van life in the winter is just, it can be really tough, I guess, so. I've not heard of that, Ryan. Atoll on Big Cottonwood. Oof. That'd be crazy. And then you still have to pay to park like at Solitude. That would be absolutely gnarly. I bet it would reduce a lot of people going up there maybe, but... What's up, Mr. Jones? Yeah, it looked like a lot of the southwestern places got some of that good. That's why I went to Brian Head, because it kind of got that southwestern flow. Are the all-new terrain open for deer? Yeah, it'll be open. I will certainly be doing videos on the new terrain when it's open and stuff, but I'm sure it will be open later in the year. Yeah, the Deer Valley Pass is expensive, and what's nice about it is because of that I can add on an Icon Pass, so I got the full Icon for like $400. So honestly, Snow Squeak, I don't want to say the problem, but, you know, when you get sponsored by someone or someone's paying you, like it introduces, you know, it introduces other motives, right? It introduces obligations. And one of the things that I've been able to do for a long time on this channel is I bought my own passes so I could go where I want. Like I read the contract with Epic is like, a lot of times people who get Icon Passes, they can't ski Epic resorts, or they can't post about it. At least they can't say the word Epic in their Instagram caption. So for me, it's not worth it if Epic comes to me and says we want, you know, unless they pay me a shit ton of money. But if they're like, hey, we'll give you an Epic Pass for free and you can ski Epic, but you can't promote Icon, I'm like, it's not worth it for me. So I gotta be careful, because I don't really care. I'll just buy a pass, write it off, and ski wherever I want when I want. So sometimes sponsorships can, you know, there's two sides to it. And so the partnership with Deer Valley is incredible, because I'm just friends with Ryan at this point, and it's a very, you know, he just lets me do what I do, and it works. So the one with Epic is more, I actually have deliverables that I have to come out with. And so, anyways, $7,500 to post 3 TikTok videos. That is insane. about the ER vet clinic she externed at. $7,500 to do 3 TikToks. Man, my rates aren't even anything close to that. Much less for TikTok videos. Jeez. Your daughter, good for her. I mean, that's incredible. That's people's monthly salaries right there. But yeah, it's honest. I don't know. I've had, every company's different. Some brands, have the money to throw at some ski stuff, and most brands want to just give you product, and it's like, I'm not really for affiliates partnerships or product partnerships. Like, I think it's a waste of time, and it does the company a lot more than it does myself. So I get a lot of people emailing me wanting me to giving me a product to then promote it in a video. It doesn't really work that way on at least on my channel. So, but $7,500 for 3 TikToks is, yeah. Mark's creating AI accounts to get you to 100K. Says you'll be at Sunday River by February. That is not the way to do it. I will know if it's 20,000 worth of bot accounts. So let's check on our poll. What's our poll looking like? Damn, overwhelmingly in favor of Alta. Snow Basin 17%, Deer Valley 15%. Wow. Interesting. No one cares about those mountains, huh? Maybe I should do Park City Friday, Deer Valley Saturday, Alta Sunday, and scrap Snow Basin then. Am I in cryptocurrency? Not really, man, to be honest. All it takes is one viral video. Going viral nowadays is tough. But you're right. What's up, J-Dez? Winter's coming. I like the White Walkers, yeah, man. It's a fun ski. I feel like a lot of people like the bent 120s who use them. I mean, that's a fat ski. You got to have the right conditions to get up into the 120s, but Steamboat's supposed to get hammered Saturday. Yeah, I think the Rockies are supposed to get a pretty good storm this weekend. So it's good that Colorado's getting it as well. I don't have any snow apps anymore, so I rely on when I log into Facebook that I see some weatherman that comes up on my feed of when we're supposed to get snow slash the weather app on Apple. Winter storm watch. I was like, oh, that's nice. Then I clicked on it. 6 and 12 inches. Late Thursday through Saturday night. But 6 to 12 inches means, 12 to 18 up in the Cottonwoods. So I was honestly happy with it, Anthony. Yeah, I thought it was a lot better. Very pleasantly surprised. I hope it wasn't just the conditions. But to me, I don't know, it felt like I was going just as fast. There wasn't a lot of trees around me, I guess. So I was happy with it. I think the dead cats made a pretty big difference. I don't know, man. I'd have to see it. I mean, it sounds cool. I mean, I'm just not a fan of narrow skis. I guess I like the 116. So would I get it? I guess maybe, but to me, I don't understand when I'm supposed to use a 106 over my 116. I'd rather just use my 116, I guess. But nice. Why this is 106 right now, looking at 115. Yeah, I mean, if you have a 106, the bent 120 probably a good one, or 116. But yeah, you got to get that big pow ski. What's up, John? So I mean, the highlighter fit on Monday. That was me, dude. I was out there. I had the highlighter fit. Booked a trip to Big Sky last weekend in January. Oh, nice. JD's. Jadez. That's going to be awesome. My daughter posted a video of me watching Lucas's video at the mall, and you could say it went viral. 4.3 million views? What? That went viral. 4.3 mil? My most viewed video is 197,000. I think I have a few shorts that hit 1 million, but 4 million is less nutty. What's up, Eddie the Yeti? Bust out the blue fit. That's a good question. I don't know. I still have all the tags on it and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I gotta bust it out on like a POW day. I almost feel like I have too many ski suits now that... yeah. Because now I got the Helly Hansen one, Mountain Hardwear. True Gear sent me a suit at the end of last year that I've never worn. And then I got green, black, yellow, highlighter, and blue. I have 8 ski suits, full ski suits. I guess I'm going to have to hit some road gaps this year. Oh my god. I guess so, dude. I just got to do something that's going to go crazy viral. Yeah, I know. I have way too many. No one needs 8 ski suits. Yeah, I did see that white one. It's like a cream white. I liked the Mountain Hardwear kit. There was a few features that it lacked, in my opinion, that for me personally that I really like having. Something as simple as like the hand gaiters on the jacket. I know you can get them from mid layers and stuff, but I like having them on the jacket. And it was a really, really lightweight kit. I think it was more meant for backcountry touring, to be honest. I mean, it was still fully Gore-Tex and all that 3-layer, but yeah, there was nothing. I mean, I think the suit is like, it's another one of those like $700 suits, so yeah, I liked it. I mean, it wasn't like my favorite. The thing is, I'm not allowed to sell it. You know, I guess I could donate it to like the Christian Center. Or I guess I could give it to like a friend or something. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm saying I don't think I'm gonna wear it again. Or like the Helly Hansen suit, like that is one that I'm probably gonna continue wearing because that one is pretty sick. Mountain Hardwear does make some sweet stuff, though. Oh yeah, it's this high exposure one is the one I had. It's on sale right now. $650 though, retail. Designed for backcountry storms. You should repair a pair of Vishnus. I'm down to review anything. Head is sending me skis. You guys know that? What did they send me? Dude, I got a skinny ski now. They sent me skis and bindings. Super rad. I think it's supposed to be here Friday. I asked for the 88, the Core 88 Ti. And I think they said it wasn't in stock. So they're sending me the 94. The Headcore 94 Ti. In a 191. And bindings. They sent me... What are the bindings? I guess I don't really know until I get it. Freestyle bindings, maybe? I think they sent me the Attack 17s, maybe. Headcore 94 is absolutely ripped. Yeah, I'll show you. What else? I got this box. They sent me a head hat. Tony wants a head hat. They sent me a Core hat. I think these are probably like a gator type of deal. They sent me a like a head cup. And then they sent me like a bunch of stickers. And then I got a handwritten letter from who was this chick? Natalie Dijksterhouse, the marketing and communications manager for Head Skis. She said, "Happy winter. Thank you so much for testing out and featuring our products this winter. We love what you do and can't wait to keep following along. Stay in touch and let us know if you need anything. Best, Head USA." First time a ski company is like sent me skis, so I figured it'd be great because then I can take the 94s out on a huge POW day and ski a POW day in a skinny ski. That's my idea with them. Anyways. Oh, I actually have more stuff. I'll be right back. Check these out. These are from Smith. I don't really like. I feel like they're kind of small. How do I open these? These are the 4D Mag. I think this is like a $400 goggle. I didn't know that either, Ryan. These are the Smith like 4D mag, I think they're called. And I had him send me another pair of lenses. I gotta do well, I don't really have to do a video on these. There was no obligation on this. But I don't know how you get these in. I think that's how those go. Yeah, I guess they kind of look sweet. They reached out and was like, do you want anything? And I looked at their website and I was like, I'll try these goggles and I guess just share my thoughts on them. So I'll have to try these. But man, for a pair of goggles, it's expensive. And then last one isn't as cool, but it's all from Outdoor Master. They sent me 2 different helmets. The other one's downstairs somewhere. And I think they also sent me goggles. This is actually a paid collaboration that I need to actually do soon. But we haven't had any snow, so I haven't been able to do anything really. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't. Lots of goggles. But looks like pretty good stuff for the price that you pay, so we'll try that out and then all the Helly Hansen stuff. Which the Helly Hansen stuff has been pretty sweet. They even sent me some nice pair of bike glasses. Anyways, that's it for now. But yeah, I'm excited for the skis from Head. Yeah, it definitely is. It is like a Chinese company. So this one is different because they are paying me. They are paying me a pretty good amount of money. So where like the Smith ones they just sent to me, and same with the Head stuff. The Head stuff was actually interesting because they reached out and they wanted to sponsor me, I guess, for this year. But they just wanted to send me skis. And so I said, is there any budget available for this? I already have all the skis that I need. So for me, the added responsibility isn't necessarily worth it. So they're like, no, we don't have any budget, but we'd still like to just send you a pair of skis anyway. So I was like, okay, cool. So that's kind of how that came out. Yeah, I didn't really want to go for the Link stuff, to be honest. I did too and drove from PC. I feel like Link is never really worth it. Honestly, Blake, I really like the Helly Hansen gear. I mean, I had a more one of the more expensive suits, but I mean, I want to use it in more difficult conditions, where it's more wet, more windy. But on a first view of it, I feel like it's just is what I'm used to and all that. So I think I will, Craig. I feel like I'm gonna like the Headcore 94s. I'm honestly really excited. And the fact that they sent me bindings too, that's pretty rad. I need to find the email. I forgot what I even asked them. Oh, last thing. I knew there was something I was missing. Perhaps the best one, a massage gun. Yep. From Bob and Brad. This one is also paid, so the paid ones take priority because I actually have like contracts with them and stuff like that. Where did my head email go? Right here. Yeah. I got the Attack 17 bindings in pink. That's going to be cool. Attack 17 bindings are like $400. Now I'm thinking, should I have asked for the World Cup Rebel? Got a race ski. I do think the Headcore 118 looks pretty sweet though too. Like the Core 118 Ti. I just don't know if I want metal in a POW ski. That's the only thing. I guess you don't know unless you try though. Yeah, filming at Sonoma would be cool. We'll be there. Tried a wiki. I just got their Net Plus shell from. I've never heard of that cold calling for dummies. Oyuku? Is that a Oyuki ski jacket? I've never heard of these guys. Huh. Keep us posted. I met you at the PC tree lighting the other night. Oh, hell yeah, man. Nice to meet you. I remember. From Louisiana, right in the bathroom area. Rebels, let's see some carving. I know. I gotta get a proper lesson now on how to carve. Marty just needs to go ahead and sponsor. I bet there's been tons of people. Oh yeah, I mean, over the years, over like the 5 years I've been doing this now, yeah, there's definitely been a pretty good amount of people who've bought. I mean, just because I've had people come up to me on the mountain like, yo, I bought these skis because I bought the JJs because you like them and all that. So, but I think Armada, Salomon, Atomic, that whole Amerisports sort of, crew, I think, I don't think sponsorship is really in their cards. Now the challenge is getting all this stuff out. Because I also think CMH wants to do another paid ad in there. Which is good. That's your boy Ted. I know. That'd be sick. I probably should. That'd be rad. Me and my friends all have JJs. I've not skied Bridger Bowl Chandler, but it's on my list. I made a video about my bucket list ski resorts, and that was one of them. How much snow did we get out in Utah? I mean, we probably got from Sunday till now probably about like 12 inches, I would say, up top of the mountain. Yeah, Scott, we are most likely going to Road Atlanta. That's a track that we love, and it's easy for us to get to. So, I didn't know they're already selling tickets for that. Yeah, I mean, barring any sort of catastrophe, I guess, we're planning. The only ones we're really planning on not doing would be probably Coda in Texas as of right now, because it's a 4-hour endurance race and we just don't have the funding or the gear to make that work. But Roberto, what up, man? I'm hosting. That'd be sick. Yeah, we'll have tickets, so Roberto comes in and just causes trouble. Unreal. The real question is, what am I doing for dinner? Skiing in jeans in Jackson? All right, so let's revisit this. We have, of the mountains opening this weekend, which ones should we go to? We have Alta, Park City, Deer Valley, and Snow Basin. I can ski Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but that's 4 mountains in only 3 days. Friday, we could do Park City. Saturday, we could do Deer Valley. And Sunday, we could do Alta. I basically 100% want to do Alta because it's supposed to be a pretty sick POW day. Yeah, snow should be pretty good. I mean, if the storm actually hits, like, Alta would be pretty insane. Skip DV or cram DV and PC in one day. All right, so here's my next question, Nadi. With the Park City, do you guys want me to showcase both canyons and the Mountain Village side of that opening day? Because I could do Park City and Deer Valley in one day, but it would be tough to do canyons, Mountain Village, and Deer Valley. Alta open Sunday. What's up, A-Friend? Drop in at Skier Services. For Triple St. Dry. Oh, that's a good question, Drew. I mean, I think 3-layer compared to... I think 3-layer makes a pretty big difference over 2-layer. But I think having just some sort of water repellent feature makes the biggest difference, like a 2-layer Gore-Tex or a 2-layer whatever their brand name water repellent is. I would rather go for that over a 3-layer non-Gore-Tex or whatever. But 3-layer like Gore-Tex or 3-layer water repellent, you probably will never get wet, in my opinion. My White Walker 121 rider. Whenever I can bring that ski out, it's going to be a good day. I'm in the PNW still waiting for snow. I feel like the PNW should have been getting hammered this year, no? Yeah, it's all the same stuff, friend. It'll just be the one run off whatever that is, High Meadow, or is it Saddleback or High Meadow or whatever? It'll be one run really at Canyons. It'll be one run at Mountain Village side. It'll really just be like the one, maybe two runs at Deer Valley underneath Sterling. So it's opening day. I mean, that's what it is. It's just one run. Yeah, I love him be doing DV a lot. That's a good point. I know. I could do Park City and Deer Valley in one day. Snow Basin on Saturday, Alta Sunday. I haven't heard anything about Snowbird, so yeah, we have 127 votes on the poll. 46% for Alta, so nearly 50% for Alta. And then it's basically 20% for Park City, 17% Deer Valley, 15% Snow Basin. Not a lot of Snow Basin people. That's interesting. I thought Snow Basin would be more popular. For the most part, yeah. I mean, I think if you looked at my ski days over the years, I mean, last year there was more days than ever that I just skied and I didn't film. There was a few days I went out with my mom and stuff like that, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna go skiing, I'm gonna film. Yeah, Caleb. It's going to be a good year. Jason with the 1999er. What up, man? Taco Money from the East. We've been skiing for you. Legs are shot. Love to hear that, man. Thank you for the Taki money. Taco money. Respect, dude. How's it been over there? Has it been pretty epic or what? Yeah, it's going to be a great year, Caleb. Great year at Deer Valley and Alta. When PC and Cottonwood's getting snow, would Snow Basin be in the same path? That is a good question, Scott. I would say typically, yeah. I mean, it's definitely segmented from Park City and Cottonwoods. I mean, Park City and Cottonwoods are essentially all the same mountains. There has been times where like Snow Basin gets more snow than Park City and the Cottonwoods, and there's times where they don't get as much. So I think for the most part, you know, if we get a big enough storm, it just kind of hits everything. But what's for dinner? I do not know. I have no idea. So I'll be doing Crystal and Snoqualmie. Nice, Chris. What's up, Michael? My dad broke his hip on his hip. Oh my God. Best early East Coast season, and just how did he break his hip? That's awful, man. 2-month recovery MPT. 8 inches of fresh today. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I was talking to my grandparents who live in Syracuse, New York, and they're like, we have like a foot of snow outside and it's cold. I'm like, wow, that's pretty damn good. But it is December, so. What's up, Hoxley Hole? Watch out, local lizard. Yeah. Funny, like I the only time I've ever been to local lizard is for the meetup dinners. At Deer Valley, what do you think is the best expert terrain? Because I love the shoots, but I've never checked out Mayflower shoots. The problem with the Mayflower shoots is that they're lower elevation on the mountain, so the snow is a lot different than, let's say, somewhere like on Empire. I think the best expert terrain is anything off Empire. I mean, the daily shoots are going to be your best bet for expert terrain at Deer Valley. There's some fun stuff over on Lady Morgan that I like as well, but yeah. I mean, I've skied the Mayflower shoots a handful of times. I don't know. I don't really love them over there, but He was skiing Hellgate and caught his edge on a piece of ice, spun out and landed on it. Is it bad? Like, does he need surgery? Or, I mean, I guess 2 months in PT doesn't sound like he needs surgery, but January. I mean, I guess you'll be able to get February and March of skiing. That's awful, man. I'm sorry to hear that. It's always the little stuff like that. He got surgery the day after. What's up, Cameron Howard? Since you like going up to Canada, how are Whistler, Blackcomb, and Tremblant not on your bucket list? I have been to Whistler. I have been to Whistler, Blackcomb. I've not been to Tremblant. I don't know much about Tremblant, but so yeah, to answer your question, Tremblant sounds like it's in Quebec. I hope the snow doesn't stop on the east this year. I know you guys are due for just like a huge season. That's why I hope it doesn't like get warm and start raining and all that. All the snow, melts and gets washed away and all that. I mean, that's what really sucks with the East Coast. I mean, it could just be inconsistent like that. So hopefully it stays cold for you guys. Hopefully you keep snowing and. Yeah, I'm looking to ski Japan. Would be great. As of right now, what I got going on, December's pretty clear. But New Year's Day, I'm leaving for Fernie for that 4-day cat skiing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's a 6-day trip. I'm going up to Fernie for that. And then first weekend of February, I'm going to McCall, Idaho to do what is it, like Brundage and another one up there. And then February 8th to the 14th, I go up to Canada again. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys remember that cat skiing operation in Whitefish. They want to do like a bigger trip this year. But they have not gotten back to me with dates yet, so I got to work that in there. And that basically brings me through to March. So that's where I'm at. I think the wind noise is pretty bad on the Max 2, to be honest. I was basically about to go back to the original Max, but I think I got the wind noise figured out a bit. But if I can't get under control, I'm just going to go back to the Max 1. The Max 1. We all have plans in March. Yes, the meetup is the 7th and 8th. The 5th annual meetup. 5th annual meetup is insane. I told myself I was going to stop after like the 3rd. I just watched that Whitefish video. Loved it. Yeah, Whitefish was fun. That was a fun mountain. That was a fun mountain. I had some good conditions too. That whole thing was fun. Even the steep and deep cat skiing. And then I remember like the next week it got really warm and rained and everything shut down. But looking back at the video, I was like, those trips are not the same like when I go solo. Cat skiing in Fernie is going to be sick, yeah. Especially like the whole like those trips where you go into a lodge and you're just there for a few days and you get dropped off and picked back up, like, but the terrain looks pretty sick. Unless their teaser video is just really well done, but let's see. Yeah. I don't know. To be honest, Oscar, I don't. Short of talking to Abe about it, I don't really talk to GoPro about anything like that. So I'm not sure. The meetup's at Park City and Snow Basin. Donnie 214. Park City. Then we do dinner on Saturday night, and then Snow Basin. I don't remember what our final head count was last year, but I think we had about 40 people for each day. How do I like the Helly Hansen kit? I thought the kit was really great, to be honest. I'm probably going to wear it this weekend. Oh. I will walk all the way out there. That'll be a far walk, my friend. Whistler and Jan and Jackson in February. Nice. See you, Noddy. I will see you in Mammoth. Glad you're feeling better, dude. Yeah, I think it's time for me to wrap the streamer deemer up. I got this exam on Wednesday, and this has just been totally making my mind just no bueno, man. I cannot wrap my head around all the different deductions and exchanges, and my goodness gracious. So between the skiing and the videos and then prepping for that final on Wednesday, yeah. I will probably at Park City on I think at this rate I'm going to be there on Friday, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll show you guys how I fixed it real quick, and then I'll bounce. Let's see if you guys can see it. So here's the Max 2 has it's like a heat sink, but it doesn't really do much. And I guess the way when the wind hits these ridges, it's been negatively impacting the wind noise. So you have a mic on the front side right here. I actually took that dead cat off. You don't really need it. And then there's 3 mics on the top. So I put some on the top there. I just got some stuff off Amazon, and it seemed to do the trick. So I also was running an external recorder, but the audio was not as good from that, to be honest. So yeah, Hoxley, to your point, I just kind of put some dead cats on the top for now, and if this ends up not working, I'm just going to go back to the original Max. The original Max has been great. All my videos are shot on it and whatever. So school on Friday. Maybe be fortunate if income taxes are dissolved. Not really, Biking Bros. I mean, with the Max 2 came out, I just been using that, but I mean, I used the Max for a long time. What's up, Dakota? All right, squad, any last words? We got some opening days this weekend. So there will be videos to come. What's up, Gage? Yeah, the 13's great. I love the 13. All right. Dinner time. Love you guys. Peace.